All right. Welcome back to Less Lethal Contingencies. Alan here with another episode of Tech Talk. All right, so I've been getting a lot of my viewers have been asking me questions about this MCS mag holder, right? Which is released for the X68, the Pistelle X68. However, you could argue it looks better on the IntruBuster Gen 2. At least I would argue that point. It fits perfectly. Um, there's no hole here like there is on the X68 to run the screw through, but if you really felt the need, you could carefully drill a little pilot hole in the plastic if you're careful about it and just run a screw in there. For that matter, even if you didn't want to use a drill, you could probably just take a sharp screw, a small screw, and just screw it right through to hold this in there. But it doesn't fall off anyways. I kind of like that I could take it on and off easy, because then if I want to put the gun away or something or break it down, maybe I don't want to run this thing one day, right? If you're running it as a pistol and you're only running a 12 gram in the handle only, odds are you're not even going to need a second magazine. You can shove one in the breech and 6 in the mag, and that's all you're going to get. Well, that's all I get anyways, running this tuning ASA. So, maybe you want to do it that way. So that's the way I'm rocking it right now. This works really nice though. So I hinted to a mod. I've been getting a lot of questions from guys asking me, oh, does it work? Does it fit perfectly the IntruBuster Gen 2 magazines? Well, as you can see on the videos that I'm using it, it snaps right in. It works perfectly all day long. Okay. Now, with that being said, when I first purchased this and I got it in and I put it on my X68, it didn't work perfectly. I had to do a slight mod to it. Like, what they wanted you to do was basically only run five balls in the magazine, and then it would snap in. If you had the 6th one in the magazine, it wouldn't snap in. It'd go up in there, but it would never lock in like that sound you hear. It wouldn't click in like that. Okay, that I'm going to show you what that was. Okay, and obviously it was a very easy fix. All right, so let me take it off the gun and put the IntruBuster Gen 2 aside over here. So all that was, I'm going to shine a flashlight in here, is you have the mag holder here, foregrip mag holder. Right down inside, you can still see there's like a little tit or nipple or dimple or whatever you want to call it. There's an extra piece of plastic in there. It could even be, maybe, they claim it was there by design, right? It probably was. They thought they needed it to keep something, I don't know, something from rattling. I don't fully understand it, but anyways, down inside there, that piece right there, you can see I whittled away at it, right? All I did was take my knife and I went in through here, I went in through here. I didn't have a Dremel at the time. If you got a Dremel or a drill bit that you can, something you can get down inside there, all I did was just flatten that down because it was thicker. It stood out further, that little piece in there. I think you can see it if I hold the light this way. Okay, that little thing in there. So with the proper orientation, with this being like this, it's in the top. So it's just under here. Okay, that's the only mod you got to do. For that matter, even if you use it on your X68, you need to do that mod. If you got to trim that plastic down in there, because if you don't trim that down, okay, what's going to happen is you won't be able to push this up if you got 6 balls in it, 6 rounds. Now with 5 rounds, you will be able to, and that's basically what they were thinking. Oh, you just, you're not going to fully load your mag. That's stupid. Why would somebody want to do that? Especially when it's so easy, right? So that's all I did was I took my knife. Matter of fact, I think this is the knife I used. My little Swiss Army knife, right? Walmart special. Real good knife though. Although I need to sharpen it again. I just took that and I went in here and I just kind of cut lines in it. And then I just kept whittling it and whittling it. I may have used something else too, come to think of it. But yeah, guys, that's all you got to do. Simple little mod, I mean, hell, half of you probably have a tool that would work perfectly to you just got to trim that down a little bit with something that's inside there. That's it. Once you do that, right? Once you do that, then it works all day long with 6 rounds in it, which again, I don't know, I mean, that ain't going nowhere until you push in on this. That releases it, right? So don't mind, mine looks kind of, doesn't look that great. I had to paint it, and I don't know, I wanted it red at one point. I was going with a black and red theme on my Pistelle. So I painted it like candy apple red. It kind of looked cool, but then I got bored with that. So I kind of sanded it down, but then I kind of, I don't know, I got some grooves in the plastic. Plastic doesn't sand that nice. So I may buy another one of these because, and then I painted it flat black to kind of make it look a little better from a distance. But up close, this one looks ugly as sin. But hey, for 35 bucks, it's really not bad. I mean, you can get them on, besides besides MCS, AR Tactical sells the same thing, same price. I don't even think he's making anything on it. If he is, it ain't much because he lists it for the same price that MCS lists it for, like $34.99 or something. So if you want to throw some business over to Art's Way, he's got these under, just search on Pistelle. I don't think these are showing up under the IntruBuster section if he's got one. Same thing with MCS. Just do a search on Pistelle X-68 or X-68 and just scroll through on either one of those websites, Modern Combat Sports or AR Tactical. Home Defense 24, I think they sell one of these too. So maybe there's another company that makes this. I mean, it's clearly it's just a 3D print. It looks like that's all it is. So maybe there's other people out there that's selling them, can print them out. But yeah, it's a nice, clever little thing. I mean, I've never used the pick rails on the side that I can think of, but they're there if you need to put a flashlight on them or a laser or something. Not that I'm selling this. Obviously, I don't get nothing. By the way, I don't sell anything on this channel, and I also don't do repairs or any kind of services. However, if it's something I can help you out with tech support wise, if it's something that I have knowledge on, hit me up. I don't mind helping out. I mean, that's but as far as selling things on the channel, no, unfortunately, I've had a few people ask me if I sold things, and I don't. So any reviews that I do on product, it's going to be honest reviews because I'm not making any money on any of this stuff. I don't sell anything. So, and at this point, my channel's probably not big enough yet for anybody to send me any free product for reviews. Although, if there's anybody out there and they do want to send me some free product to review, and that would be an honest review. If I don't like it or it doesn't work or it's garbage, you better be able to handle it because you're going to get the good, bad, and ugly with me, And sometimes I start off liking something and then I start using it a little longer. I'm excited, all the hype. And then you find out later, it's like, you know what, that product's not really that great. So yeah, you'll see me doing a review, not a formal quote formal review. I'm not doing anything fancy, but you're going to see me testing stuff. You're going to see me probably putting links to some of the things that I use that I bought with my own money. Why not? I mean, if I like it, if I love it, if it's working out good for me, I'm putting links in there because hell, I spend half of my daytime just like, in between working, just answering messages on YouTube, and most of the messages are, hey, where can I get that? Or what kind of optic are you using? Or where'd you get that? Or does that work? So, which is the reason why I'm doing this video now and I'm making it way longer because, that's me, right? I got the gift for gab. Anyways, guys, so hopefully that clears it up. It's just that little piece of plastic down there, which is technically up there, the way you mount it. And just, cut it off somehow, grind it down, whatever you got to do. You'll see if you buy one of these, if you like one of these enough to spend 35 bucks plus shipping, you know, it's not a lot of money for it, but it is a 3D printed part. But if you like it that much that you buy it, super easy just to carve that plastic out. You don't even have to whittle it down the whole way, just enough, and just keep fitting this until voila, you know. Obviously it fits the X-68 Pistelle magazines. That's what it was first introduced for. But yes, this is a IntruBuster Gen 2, and it fits it. No problem. But these magazines are very similar. I mean, other than the fact that this one's got a D shape up here because it'll take shaped ammunition. And then the bottom's got like a kind of a slant to it. There are some other differences a little bit, but essentially it's the same. You know, the locking release mechanism's the same on the X-68 mag as it is these. Under Tech Talk, I think I got a video. One of the first videos I put out for IntruBuster Gen 2 was about the magazines. So you'll find it there. This video, I'll put it in Tech Talk playlist as well. Anyways, hopefully this is of help and answers some questions to some of you guys out there. I mean, I know a lot of guys, maybe they're not aware that I have playlists, but I spend time creating playlists to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you guys to find things. You know, yeah, it makes it easier for me to find it later too. But yeah, this is the animal right here. Okay, nice. I love this thing. It's really nice. Yep. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.